One person here. I think that's me. Hello, whoever's in here with me. Thanks for stopping. Sitting here in the house instead of the barn. It's 15 degrees outside right now by us. No, that person left. Two people here. How are you all doing? Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Here to talk about everything outdoors or any kind of random thoughts, I guess, within reason. Yeah, yesterday it was in the mid 30s by us, and today it just the temperature just tanked again. Right now it's 15 degrees. It was windy, so the wind chill was at 1 degree Fahrenheit. Then my bibs that I wear at work, my insulated bibs, they kind of started ripping down the inseam, and good thing it was the end of the day and I was ready to go home. I got a new coyote predator caller, Luke Patterson. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up while you're here or whenever you want. Just trying to talk about everything outdoors like my channel says, and I'm mostly a hunter, trapper. I fish a little bit in the warm months, but yeah, talk about anything. We're supposed to get some snow tomorrow night into Sunday. It wouldn't be bad to I don't want a lot of snow, but just enough to break out the snowshoes a little bit and go snowshoeing. Hey, shit happens. Evening. As usual, we're talking about everything outdoors and any other random thoughts, I guess. Like I said a couple minutes ago, any random thoughts within reason. Keep it professional, not professional. Keep it clean. 3 here now, so snowshoeing that's that's kind of a something to learn. There's a learning curve there. First time I ever tried my snowshoes, I ended up tripping like once or twice. Try to turn around, you step on your opposite snowshoe and you can't bring your other leg forward, you end up tripping. So I did that twice. Five of you here? Awesome. Let's shoot for 10. 4 now. If anybody wants, share this out. Invite some more people in. I got the house to myself for about good 2 hours. It's nice and quiet. I was going to to go deer hunting tonight, but after 17 sets, I decided to have a rum and coke. I got my first guy. Did you, well, first off, shit happens. The rum and coke sounds good. I've had one of them a few years ago for the first time. It was so good. I had another one. But I don't drink much, so it's kind of a treat for me if I do. Hey, Luca, not Luca, Luke, your first coyote, was that a trap or hunting? Did you call him in, or did you have a trap set? Two here now. Last week I had a lot of views because I had a lot of trolls popping in. So, see how it goes tonight. I had a live stream last Friday, and that got trolls were hitting it like crazy. And then Sunday I had another one for a little while, and there was none whatsoever. If you don't mind, I'm gonna share this all quick. Why not, right? I had a weird set hooked on a tree, actually. Stranger things have happened, huh? Yeah. F the trolls. The trapper, hunter, and homesteader is okay in my book. Turned out nice. Yeah, it one shit happens. I like to like bushcraft. I want to learn more of the land, kind of thing, what it can provide. And homesteading. You know, when I was younger, when we first moved into this house, we had a garden. We had raspberries. My wife canned the raspberries for jam and things like that. Then she bought a bunch of peaches and canned the peaches. Um, it Then we had a garden. Then the rabbits kind of decided they want to eat some vegetables too, and it it's really um it's a chore keeping up with the garden. And once summer hits, you get the mosquitoes coming in, and it gets hot, and you really don't feel like going out in the garden and weeding, pulling weeds. Luke, your coyote turned out nice as far as putting it up, or the set turned out nice. Yeah. Hey, Shiner guy, how are you? How warm is it there? It's got to be, let me guess, 71. I don't bushcraft. I can't. I live in Northwest Ohio, where everything is flat, pancaking corn and beans as far as I've been through Indiana and Illinois. Those states are flat as a board too. Unbelievable. Just miles and miles of flat, and takes forever to get through, it seems like. Oh, I was so close. I said 71, right? Well, that's good. Shit happens. It's self-sufficient. That's all right too. It's you can get by on what you know as far as the outdoors or gardening or whatever, you know. 70. That Shiner guy. Last night I was on, I believe you were there on um Backwoods Barbarians live stream. And last night at our house I had um mid 30s, and today it dropped down to um 15. And then the wind was blowing, so it put the wind chill at 1. I had trouble getting even my raccoon tails when I first started. I had so many bobtail raccoons. I get to a certain point when I would skin, I would pull, and then I put the tail stripper and pull, and I don't know if I was pulling too much and not pulling equally, but I ended up getting a whole bunch of bobtail coons my first year. Pickle Bunch, thanks for stopping in. Checking in real quick. Have to run. The unboxing video was funny. Yeah. If that's awesome. If I can make someone laugh at my own expense, that makes me happy. I just love joking around, and I know you have to be serious once in a while, but I just like making people laugh. Hey, Coffee, welcome. Thanks for giving me the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Raise your own meat, butcher your own meat. That's awesome. Shit happens. That is really cool. I know back when I was younger, my parents had friends of theirs. They owned a farm, a dairy farm, and every so often they asked if we wanted some beef, and we said sure, and we'd go there and we'd help them butcher everything. My dad and his friend, the farm owner, they would quarter it up, hang it from the tractor bucket, and quarter it up, and we'd be in the house, kind of deboning it, I guess. Oh, that's tough. I ended up getting a coon from a raccoon from a coworker. There was no tail whatsoever. It was nothing. And for me, I don't have a skinning machine. That was so hard to grab and pull because I always grab the tail with my left hand and my right hand, and I kind of use my other or my fists as leverage, and I pull down, and I couldn't do that on that raccoon. Field guide, Irene, how are you? Let's see here. Skin them tails down a little further. And I've learned that. Yeah, took me a little while, but once I got just right at the halfway point, I knew it was thin enough for me to put that stripper on and then pull both ways. And the first time I got it right, I thought maybe I broke it, and I looked, and there's the tailbone. Just now starting to put fur up. Tomorrow I'm gonna upload a video for about the prices that I got for my furs last week Saturday. So I wanted to do the whole process of taking my furs there, walking up to the window, and filming everything, but it's I think it was too fast paced. There's only 3 other guys behind me that had furs to sell, and I didn't want to take up any time, and I know the buyers, Grunwalds, they got a schedule to keep to, so I didn't want to keep them waiting. So once I got home, I did the breakdown of the prices. There wasn't a lot of furs that I had, but it might give someone insight on what the prices are and what Grunwalds are given. Caribou Country Outdoors, welcome. I appreciate you stopping in. We have 8 people here, 9 thumbs up. That's a good ratio. Let's see. Any other topics we can talk about that someone mentioned in here? Hopefully tomorrow I can do. I'd like to do a video or make a video of the rabbits that I shot last week Sunday and put them out on over the fire pit. But if it's, I know I'm a yeah, it's if it's this cold tomorrow morning or even a little bit colder, I don't want to sit outside. I work outside all day long for 10 hours once in a while, and I don't want to sit outside cooking rabbits over the fire. But I do want to try to get out coyote. Yeah, I say I don't want to sit next to a fire, but yet I'll go out coyote hunting, sit there. But we're supposed to get a bunch of snow tomorrow night into Sunday, so we'll see what happens. I bought a new electronic collar. I'm sure most of you saw. Hopefully, you guys saw my video of an electronic collar that I bought yesterday. Ten thumbs up, awesome. Claude Ortega, my great uncle tried to show me how to remove the fur off of a raccoon, but I was very young. Any video suggestions? I don't have a video of myself skinning a raccoon, but he doesn't follow me, but I follow him. But if you go to Coon Creek Outdoors, he has fox, coyotes. I think he may skin out a beaver, but he has raccoons. He does muskrats. It's that man's a very informative person when it comes to that stuff. Coon Creek Outdoors, check him out. He's very knowledgeable and seems like a very good guy. Live more outdoors also. And Coon Creek Outdoors, he just had a video out the other day of if someone doesn't have a skinning machine, it's it's a long chain, and it has kind of like a gambrel on the end of it, a real small one. And in the gambrel, there's a hole for the mount a vice grip. So once you get to the point where you need more leverage to pull down, you take that vice grip, clamp it on the coon hide, and the chain is connected to the board, and you can cinch it up as far as you need, and you step on that board, and it adds tension down to pull down on the hide. So that's pretty bad. It's pretty cool. I saw a Shiner guy saying he's backing them. Field guy, or how cool is it? It's right now, if you're asking me, the temperature right now on my phone says 15 degrees. here in Wisconsin, east central Wisconsin. And the wind chill was 1 today. So it was pretty cold. I had a little bit more frost and icicles on my face, but not as bad as Wednesday. Wednesday was really bad. I can show you a picture of what I look like on Wednesday. I don't know if you can. That's what that's what I look like in winter where I work. A lot of times it's a lot worse. $27. I think tomorrow is supposed to be in the highs of 22 or 25 degrees. Days like this, I look forward to 65 degrees. Kind of see if I missed anything here. Kind of hoping my son would pop in. He's been gone since Wednesday. He's training with the Wisconsin National Guard. With it's a week and a half training. I don't know how much I can say or what, but it's pretty cool that he's doing that. Yeah, in my opinion, Irene, as far as snow, we have enough. Yeah, I got another rabbit hunting video coming out, not tomorrow, but next week, Saturday. I'm thinking about uploading it. So it's going to be, I just need to be able to get some of those rabbits on video when I shoot them, just to keep people interested or get people to keep watching. Take care of coffee. I'm glad you stopped in and appreciate it. You have yourself a good night. I don't know if you have to work, but have a good night. Gas prices right now are $2.19. I'm sure it's going to get worse. I really don't want to go there, but oh boy. Yeah, Irene, we've got dumped on a little bit as far as snow, but every time it snows, it decides it wants to warm up a little bit, and the snow melts, not completely away, but it's freeze and thaw and freeze and thaw. I I would Last year was the first time I ice fished probably 30 years. I used to go with a friend of mine, a high school friend. We're still friends now, but life gets so busy once in a while. But last year was the first time I got to go out on a local lake, but I wouldn't mind getting into ice fishing, but I'm just kind of leery about um, ice conditions. I'm not experienced in it, so for me to go buy a whole bunch of gear and go is, I don't know. I would love to. I would love to go fishing for good jumbo perch or something. Maybe some nice bluegill and crappie, and heck, walleye too. Why not? Everything. Why not? Oh, that's nuts. It's gonna. Oh man, yeah, I know. It's gonna be it's gonna be a tough road to hoe, I think. It's I don't want to get into it. I just rather talk about the outdoors and enjoy my life right now and what I enjoy and what you all enjoy. I love me some ice fishing. Only been out once this year due to. Well, I bet you with the weather we've been having the last couple days, even though yesterday we had like mid 30s, it's. How many catches? I'll answer your questions, Luke. With the ice, I forgot. Yeah, with the cold weather, we've been. I think it's been a little bit more colder than it has in the last couple weeks, but you know, sad to say, it's kind of refreshing actually. Luke, I had 18 coon, 19 coon, but I discarded one because I don't know, the fur was all rubbed off, and for some by the hindquarters, I don't know if raccoons can get mange or not, but I didn't want nothing to do with it. But I ended up getting 19 raccoon. I kept one. I didn't sell one because I want to send it in to get tanned just for decorations kind of a thing. And I ended up with 2 muskrats. Last year I got 26 muskrats and 17 coon. In a way, I wish I would have pushed myself a little bit more to keep going longer, but you know, after last year with work, I don't know when I'm leaving work. I know when I start, but I don't know when I'm leaving. So I could possibly leave at 1 o'clock in the afternoon because we start at 5, and that would be 8 hours. And the next day we could end up staying till 6, working 13 hours, and then I'd have to go check traps and if I get something, and it's one day is chicken, next day is feathers. Claude, what I do when I go rabbit hunting, I've learned this. I've been rabbit hunting for a long time, ever since I could hunt. But what I do is, if there's any kind of brush piles in a woods, or if you go along a fence line, well, first, if there's brush piles, there's more than likely, not all the time, at least one rabbit in that brush pile. What I like to do is go up to the brush pile, get ready, and just stomp on that brush pile. Just keep bouncing, 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 and they'll sit tight. But once they get to the point where they're not so sure, they'll shoot out like 90. So, and the next brush pile might not have any. They'll sit in tall grass. I've got a bunch of. Hey, Ghost Wolf, thanks for stopping in. So it's pretty much tracking. There's only one time where I went to follow the tracks of a rabbit, and I came up on it, and I ended up getting that one. And that's the first time I ever did that. What I used to do when I was a kid, or even a young adult, my grandpa, where he lived, he had a gully just east of his house, and there's a field right up on top. And I would go behind the house, go on top of the field, and I'd kick some rocks loose, okay? And for some reason, I thought, okay, if I get a rock and throw it down there, I want to see what happens. So I grabbed the rock, threw it down there. There was snow on the ground, so I could see the rabbits real good. And all of a sudden, as soon as the rock hit, all of a sudden, boom, 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 there goes a rabbit. There goes another rabbit. So bang, bang, got 2 rabbits by that method. It was really fun. Then one other time, I don't know if I'm sure I told this story once before. I went out by my grandpa, sitting there talking with him. I said, I'm going to do some rabbit hunting. You can call in rabbits. Really? I never, huh. But we, or I, went out. I told him I was going to go rabbit hunting. So I get my gun, walk down into the um, gully. He's out there in his long underwear, sitting there on the railing. He's watching. He goes, "Oh, Tommy, there goes one." I up and shot that one. Oh, there goes another one. I shot that one and walked a little bit. And all of a sudden, one pops out. I shoot that one. I was done in 5 minutes. I don't know if someone's here. Yeah, my daughter's here. And that was pretty cool. All right. Hey, Megan. My daughter's home. I'm doing a.
You're at no take backs.
Oh, I told my daughter and I, we have a little game of tag going on, and I made the rule: if whoever, how does it go?
Whoever gets tagged and says no take backs, I can't tag you for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and it like I'm it right now. So tomorrow morning, if I think of it, if I tag her, she's it. It's just something me and her do. My wife, she doesn't want to play, right?
Yeah.
So that sounds fun. Irene, yeah, I need to before I film any kind of predator hunt, I gotta. This is my camera. I gotta download or upload the videos off of here onto my computer. Otherwise, my storage it'll be limited. I could be filming something which has happened in the past, and it'll end up stopping. So I need to empty out my phone as far as the videos, and then I'll be good to go for that. So I think I'd like to do that tomorrow. Upload everything from my phone into the computer. Hey Claude, what is the brand of your 410? Is it an open hammer or a break barrel? Hello, Ron. Thanks for stopping in. I always used a mouth call, and the only thing that it never really worked, but I used a little Johnny Stewart Predator caller it had a small remote, but after the years went on, I tried it a couple weeks ago, put new batteries in, it wouldn't turn on. So with the money that I got for my furs and Christmas, what are those cards? Gift cards. I went to our local store, Fleet Farm, and bought a Lucky Duck Predator collar. So I'm gonna use that. It's got I don't know if you saw my video. It's got a numerous sounds on it for raccoon or coyotes. That's cool. Don't ever get rid of that gun. If it's from your grandpa, cherish it. Keep it. Don't ever sell it.
I saw a coyote the other day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, going to Sheboygan.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I was sitting in a field.
Wow. And I can't even catch them in my my traps. Yeah, that color is cool. I can't wait to actually turn it up loud and see how it works. I was surprised that decoy actually spun. I put it in there and all it started spinning. I thought it would just maybe blow in the wind or something, but I'm looking forward to using it. Stevens open hammer. I hope I hope it's a good caller. I'm looking forward to using it, and like I said on my video, whoops, I if I call one in, I'd be satisfied with that. Wow. Oh boy. That's a lot of coyotes then. I bet you if you would do like do you have jackrabbits down by you? I suppose any squealing sound would pull in some coyotes. You could sit there and shoot them like a fish in a barrel or something. 5 here watching and 10 thumbs up. Cool. Oh, what does everyone got planned for the weekend? Any outdoor adventures of any kind? What's a Remington 66? I never. Yeah, Shiner guy. No trolls so far. A Remington 66 is that a shotgun 22 or something or the two guns that I want the most not to shoot maybe once or twice is a Colt 1911. I think it's Colt 1911, the government issue. Yeah, right, Irene. And an M1 Grand. Those two guns, that there's so much history in those guns. It's unbelievable. It's the Pocket Prey game call. I'll have to remember that. I need to. I don't have a pen. Ah, works on snowshoe hares, cottontails, and jacks. That's the one thing, Claude, I never tried yet is pressure cooking or pressure canning anything. I pickled stuff, but I never did any kind of pressure cooking or pressure canning. Team Ambush, welcome. Wow. From the 1950s. That's cool. That is really neat. I thought about for supper tonight, but I just ended up having some eggs on toast. But I thought about getting some. I have some deer heart left in the freezer that's sliced up that I thought about doing. Good luck bass fishing. I'm sure you'll get a bunch. I'm sure some lunkers too. Excuse me. Okay. Uh, I'll have to pocket pregame. I gotta remember that. Irene, that is so cool. DuPont and Remington got together to make a cheap gun that kids could buy with their allowance money. It's great. Do kids even get allowances anymore to save and feel like they've earned something to buy something and call it their own? Oh, Tim Wells. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got you. That guy is unbelievable. He is dead on with a bow, a gun, and his blowgun. Team ambush, yeah. I plan to. I want, depending on how, like I said to Irene, the field guide, I need to upload some of these videos on my phone from my gallery into my laptop because I don't want to end up filming a predator hunt and end up having my memory full and recording will just stop right there because I've this happened to me when I was dyeing my traps and I had to delete a whole bunch of other videos that were uploaded already, but I need to get a better system here for recording. But yeah, I wanna put it to use. I didn't I didn't buy it for um, a knickknack to sit on the shelf in my barn. I definitely want to use it. I want to actually use it to call in some crows too. There's some crow sounds on there also. I like to try doing that, like a catch clean cook of maybe one or two crows and deep fry them like I know I said this before, like Trapper Jay did. Get some, see how they taste. If they don't taste good, I won't hunt them anymore. But he said they taste pretty good. So even that the friend of his that was with him in his video, he said that it tasted really good. So we'll see. I'm gonna hold on, be patient. I shared this out on my Facebook page. All right. Um, tough to self film a yote hunt. It's tough to self film anything. I tried doing a dove hunt. I did two dove hunts, and what I used, I didn't have a tripod. What I used to hold up my phone is a garden fence post. Okay, I put that in the ground. I have a little tripod about 8 inches that I can use, put my phone on, and I took a zip tie and zip tied the tripod to the little fence post, and that was my unipod, I guess. That is so cool. I like those old guns like that. Those old 22s. I would like to find a. My son has a bolt action 22 that he got from a single shot from my grandpa, and I used that to dispatch my raccoons last year. And you can use shorts, longs, and one other one too. But using shorts are the best. Yeah, I bet it is. I would love to have someone go with me just to tag along and just be there with me to film and just kind of, yeah, be there. It just to have someone do that for me instead of setting up that little tripod or whatever. That's what I'd probably use. I thought about maybe sitting on the ground and putting a tripod between my legs and just sitting there waiting. That works too, Irene. I hope so, Team Ambush. I never gotten a coyote yet, and I'm I'm hoping so soon. Welcome back, Luke. There's a friend of mine, old coworker. He's a friend of mine too. He wanted me to trap some raccoon and coyotes. He wants the coyotes gone because they raise Herefords, and they want them out of there. That you can hear them howling every night, and uh, I really couldn't tell you, Claude, what it tastes like. I'm assuming it tastes like chicken. Like everything tastes like chicken. Midwest Duck Slayer, welcome in. Welcome to the chat. Some new people coming in here. Target practice, yeah. Just trying to get comfortable on a kitchen chair here. That would be fun too to get one of them. That would fill the freezer for sure. Get some ham smoked or something, and boy, everything off the pig. Just, you can use everything from a pig except the oink. Well, congratulations on the 4 coyotes. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up too, if you didn't already. Wow, almost into this an hour. I know I said this last week, but it's amazing how quick an hour can fly by when you're doing this. 9 people here. Midwest Duck Slayer. Holy smokes, I just saw a guy. Whistling Diesel. Just holy crap. That's not good. I'm sure that didn't feel good at all. Oh, that's good. Hopefully we can start our homestead this year and raise rabbits and chickens and hopefully pigs eventually. That's something I want to do ever since I was a kid, is have like a little hobby farm, just 1 or 2 steers, or even just one, and chickens, and not so much rabbits, but something that keeps you busy. I would love to have chickens because you can get 2 products from them. You can get the eggs and you can get the chickens to eat. And a pig would probably be a good thing to have too, along with a garden. It's a lot of work. Like I said in the beginning of the live stream, we used to have a garden. It was hard to keep that thing looking nice. The one thing I learned though from an older gentleman friend of mine, he talked to some Amish, and the friend of mine has a bunch of horses, and they swap horses back and forth just for training purposes and exercise and stuff like that, draft horses. And he told me that what they do, like when they weed a garden, they'll weed it on a full moon. They don't go at night on a full moon, but when the moon is full, they'll go out and weed their garden, and they won't have the weeds will be gone for a while. So I tried it and weeded on the full moon, and they're onto something because after I was done weeding, I didn't have to weed for probably a couple weeks. Wow, that's funny. Oh, that's a very good idea, Luke. That's cool. Hey, Megan,
What?
can you get me a soda or something,
Sure.
please? And another thing with the full moon, with that same friend of mine, he said the Amish, they put their fence post in, their corner fence post on a full moon also, because if you do that, you ever notice on some fencing, the corner post is always leaning in because of the pressure that the wire is putting on that post. They said if you put the corner post in on a full moon, it'll never lean in. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you gonna go?
Bye, Brian.
Where were you now?
With Gracie.
Oh.
Mom said she didn't think we should have got new brakes on that.
Nope. Pepsi. You know, goats are fun to watch, aren't they, Megan?
Mm-hmm.
They're so agile. They'll climb on anything.
There's the house down there.
Huh?
The house.
Oh yeah. I got 6 people watching and 13 thumbs up. It's not bad. The other night I had like 15 people.
Really?
Yeah. Now I got 5. Someone left. Almost here an hour already. So who's a football fan? Not me, really. I told someone at work, and my coworker, he said, you gonna watch the Packer game? I said, probably not. I'll probably go coyote hunting. What? You're not gonna watch your home team? No. Rob, my hours since COVID hit this house, I didn't have a lot of videos to put out. I had one video and I uploaded that one. Well, then I did a short, but my hours they started dropping right after deer hunting, it seemed like. I think I was at I don't know if I'm looking in the right spot, but my hours earlier, like around deer hunting time, were like in the 300s. And now it's like at 192. So everything since deer hunting slowed down. My subscribers slowed down and my views. I thought my cooking, seems like my cooking videos don't do that well. So I don't know. That's why I kind of started doing this stuff. See if this helps or anything like that. I'm almost an hour into this one. I'm right with you. Fist bump. I wrestled in high school and played football in high school, but I sat the bench. I was a special teams player, kind of a guy.
Who are the Packers playing Sunday? Oh, the Chiefs, right?
The Buccaneers.
Oh.
Hey, do you know where the Buccaneers are at?
Oh my god, a dad joke.
Under your bucking hat.
Dad. Dad, how does a moon get a haircut?
How does a what?
Moon get a haircut.
I don't know.
Eclipse it.
I gotta use that one. Oh man, that's funny.
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah, it is a good one. I'll have to use it. I used to be until the NFL got. Yeah, I watched I watched last week's game a little bit. That one touchdown that the Packers had. I don't even know who they play last week. The Rams.
Yeah.
That one defender, after the Packer got a touchdown, he stood there jumping up and down like a little kid that didn't get what they wanted in the toy store. It's like
COVID ruined those games, though.
I don't care what COVID did.
No, like with the fans not being there.
You just kind of spit.
Sorry.
But I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't even know what the Packers record is. I don't know. I'll probably end up watching a little bit, but I just want to get out in the woods and have fun that way. The overpaid babies, that's what they are. Some of them, I shouldn't say all of them. You got guys like one from Wisconsin. I can't even think of his name. One that went to school with Phil, the football player.
Uncle Phil?
Yeah. JJ Watt. That's a stand-up guy right there. I like him.
The Packer record is 12-3. They have 12 wins and 3 losses.
Does the fake crowd noise seem to odd? Yeah. Why even put that on? You just makes no sense. Yeah, my lead man ended up getting sick, so he had to stay home yesterday and today because he had symptoms of a cold. Does anyone ever get sick, regular sick anymore? It's nuts. It's just because you have a cough or a sniffle or you sneeze or fart wrong or something, you got to stay home. You got to be symptom free. Well, I guess I'll eat a whole bunch of pork and beans then. Right? It's crazy. It's nuts.
Well, I lost my taste for my smell for one day and it came back.
I lost mine for, I don't know, a little less than a week. 7 in here now. That's awesome. Let's shoot for 10. Let's get 10 people in here. That'd be awesome if we got 10. Wish I could sound like an auctioneer. Give me 10. I would have been not.
Don't even try.
I can try it. Give me. Let's try for 15. Huh? Brian picking you up or what?
I want to drive the car.
Well, I'll talk about it later. Army. Let's see here. All right. Anyone else have anything? Hey, Owen.
Owen who?
Owen Beerbaum's in the chat.
I told him, I said, Big Shooter's doing a live stream.
Big Shooter. You guys are funny. Hey, welcome, Owen. If you want, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Summer is going to be boring. All the fun stuff is during winter, like hunting and trapping. Yeah, I know. I'm going to try to do some fishing now that I have a chest mount for my phone for recording. So I'm gonna try doing some local lake ponds and stuff like that from shore. I don't have a boat, so it'll be good to actually cast and show out in front of me if I catch anything. So I think that'll work out pretty slick. I think. Then I'll do some videos on trapping crayfish and doing all that kind of thing too. Unlike last year, I just had just my little tripod that I have, set that up somewhere and try to make sure I'm in frame. And so I'm looking forward to those videos this year again, fishing and catching crayfish, trapping crayfish. They wanted you to test for COVID because you fell at home. What in oh my god. Their way of thinking is it's out there. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I want turkey hunting. Are you on? Hey Owen, did you see the video I put out yesterday? I bought a coyote electronic collar. It's got a lot of probably like 9 or 10 different sounds on it. It's pretty cool, and it's got a little spinning decoy on the top of it too. Rob, that's all right. Yeah, it should be warming up. Yeah, obviously the days are getting longer and the sun's getting higher in the sky, so I'm sure you guys are having pretty decent weather. I'm sure. Boy, I'm getting fired up for a coyote hunt now. Thanks. You shared my video out. Awesome. I got a notification for that. Owen. I'm no expert, believe me. This is my first real what do you call it? Electronic collar. Otherwise I always use mouth calls, or I had a little squeaker that I taped to my gun barrel or my gun so I can hold a foregrip and squeak that little squeaker. Well, one guy told me at the rifle range, the local rifle range, I was shooting, and he asked me, "What are you going to use that for?" It's a 17 caliber. I said, "Coyote hunting." That seems kind of light. I don't know. Maybe you want to stand in front of it, see how light it really is. I don't know. It's I and I have a 22 Magnum. I'll probably I'd like to use the um, 17 caliber. It's a Savage. Maybe it is too light. I don't know. I'm just gonna shoot for the lungs and be done with it. That's what most people use to dispatch. They use a 22 to dispatch a coyote. They either shoot them in the between the lookers or the lungs. I'd be the wrong kind of guy to ask about lures for fish. I I enjoy fishing. The lures I really like using are night crawlers with a bobber. That Shiner guy, he look up as his some of his videos. He's got a lot of bass fishing videos if you're interested in bass fishing. SS Outdoors, the e-color makes it easier. Cool. SS Outdoors. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Owen, what we really need right now is 2 or 3 inches of snow on the ground so I can see. I know there's snow, but obviously not enough. We're supposed to get some snow tonight. No, not tomorrow night into Sunday. Hey, Claude, to answer your question, the one I really like is for the first northern I ever caught was on a I don't know the size or what, but a red and white daredevil. I caught a northern pike on that, and that always seemed to work. And for bass, my first bass I ever caught was on a hula popper. I like that. I caught a lot of bass on hula poppers, and I caught a bluegill last year up north, up in northern Wisconsin. Yeah, oh, and that would be with the cold right now. They'll be out hunting, trying to find something to eat to obviously keep warm. I don't even know what the weather's supposed to be like. I know it's cold right now. It's 14 degrees now, so it's. Well, I bet it is, Claude. That's I guess don't you have to? They have such a small brain. You got to hit them just right, don't you? Ooh, that. Oh, and that's a good temperature. That'd be nice to sit out then. Hey, Luke, that's a good idea. I like to. I should try that. Um, I don't know if you follow Live More Outdoors, but he did some videos on um I forget emulsification or something like that, where he took skulls and put them in buckets, just plain old water in a like a 5 gallon bucket. Then he covered it and just let the skulls in there for the whole summer. Obviously, he cleaned the water out and it stunk really bad, but just putting them in water cleaned them right up. Brian Coots, welcome. All I know is about the lakes, the ice on the lakes here. One lake, a friend of mine, a coworker, went out. I believe it was 2 weeks ago now. The local lake had he drilled a couple holes. He ended up it was consistent at 7 inches, 7 or 8 inches. But now with this colder weather and the lack of a lot of snow cover, I'm sure it's obviously getting thicker with the temperatures that we have now. So you're Claude, you're going through those lures. I bet you they boy, if those things could talk, huh? A lot of history in those old lures like that. Tom Ritter, hey Tom, massive. That's a massive. I can't say it. Yeah, I bet it does stink. Where's find an anthill and those things will clean up the skull. What video was I watching? Who or I I think it was Backwoods Barbarian. Yeah, he was talking last night on the live stream that I was on with him. He put made a wooden box, drilled a whole bunch of holes in it, and put the skull inside. And he put it on top of a anthill. He said it cleaned it. They cleaned it right up. Yeah, watching 330 Maniac. He's fun to watch too. His ice fishing and his trapping. Tom Raider. Yep, you're right. I was in the live. I couldn't remember where I heard it. But thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, that friend of mine, the Stetson Outdoors, and he's got a lot of old fishing poles. I mean, really old, like 50s era. And he's got it's not a shadow box, but he's got a bunch of old lures in a shadow box, I guess. Tom Ritter saying, "Hey, y'all, 9 people watching and 19 thumbs up. That's pretty cool. Thank you all. A lot of different people coming in here, a lot of different topics to talk about. That's awesome. I like that. It's fun doing this. You can bounce ideas off of one another. You can talk about old fishing lures and fishing poles and stuff like that. Old guns and stuff. It's something we all have in common.
Dad, what's your oldest gun?
I don't have it, but it's the one that Grandpa gave Clayton. That 22. Claude, alligator tastes great. Fishy, catfish, and chicken. I've had alligator down in Florida when we went down there. We went to a restaurant and I ordered alligator nuggets. It was really good. I liked it. Bamboo. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, man. That's really cool that he was able to do that, Claude. Just enjoy his time fishing and going through, like you said, here to 40 states. And that's awesome. I bet you really enjoyed it. Luke, I actually went bear hunting for the first time in 2017. Here in Wisconsin, you have to apply for it. There's, what is it? There's 3 or 4 different zones. In the zone where I was applying for it was in the Nicolay Shawamigan National Forest, and it took me 12 years to get a kill tag. And I could have went sooner. We could have No, I couldn't have. We could have applied on year 11 for a kill tag, but we wanted to wait for baiting to go first because
Bye, Dad.
bye. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
We every other year it's either dogs go first for bear hunting or it's baiting first. So on the 12th year, baiting went first, and that's when we sent in for our tags. And I got one, and it was like a 150-pound bear, but it was my first bear, so I might not ever get one again. I started sending in this year, so it's gonna hopefully not be 12 years from now where I can go bear hunting again. You guys can take. No, I never got into any trap raffles at all or anything like that. The bear hunt was it expensive? Not really. I forget how much the tag actually was. It wasn't that much. I don't know what it is for non-residents, but the bait, it was my mother-in-law and her husband live up in Eagle River, and that was my birthday present from them was the price of the bear bait, and I got it mounted also. So I that was expensive. It was like $1,300, but it's a once in a lifetime thing in a way. I hope it isn't. The pelt of the hide, well, I have half of it. I have a three-quarter mount of the bear. Well, thanks for stopping in, Tom. I appreciate it. I hope you hit the thumbs up for me. That would be greatly appreciated. Um, hope you have a good night and hope you have a good weekend. I bet you're talking, Brian. I bet you're talking about Tim Wells. That guy is phenomenal. He is dead on with the bow and arrow. He's good with spears. He even harvested a bear with a blowgun. That's that guy is awesome. He shot a grizzly bear with his bow, hit it in the eye, and dropped it right there. Yeah, Luke, that if you get an opportunity, I would do it. Life's too short. You like at the end of my videos, I always say enjoy the little things. You got to enjoy the little things and the big things, I guess, too. But yeah, life's too short. It's like um, with the bear mount, I just wanted the skull. I just wanted to do the skull. I would have been happy with bleaching or cleaning the skull, bleaching it or whatever. But my wife's stepdad, the one that was baiting for me, he said, "You got to get that mounted. I'll pay for it." I'm like, "No, I'm satisfied with the skull." And he said, "No, it." He said, "After all the stuff that you've been through, well, I had cancer, and I understand his point of view, I guess, but my point of view is it's hard to explain, but I'm humble. I don't want to be flashy. Like I said, I would have been happy with the bear skull and that was it, but he insisted that I get him mounted and I have to pay him back half. So that was a gift from him, kind of a thing. So even though he said I have to pay half, which I'm totally fine with. Yeah, right, Brian. That guy is he knows how to lead them with the bow and arrow, and he gets them. Oh, the ultimate bucket list hunt. I would. I went elk hunting back in 2008 out in Colorado. That was a bucket list, but I didn't tag anything. But I would really love to go back and harvest the bull. I think that's the top antler. I would love to try moose, but uh, that's one. It's a lot of meat, which is fine. I'd probably give some away, but um, it would have to be elk. I would love to get a mule deer, but for some reason, I'm drawn to an elk. Just how big they are and the way they sound and how they hold their head up when they run. They just even the cows run with their heads up and just how dark and majestic those antlers are, it's just amazing to me. And I think a bucket list hunt would be harvesting a bull. Hell, I could, yeah, totally. I would love to go um, antelope hunting, mule deer hunting. No, bighorn sheep. No, that'd be probably a bucket list kind of a thing too, but that's really expensive too, I guess. Um, like the antelope thing, that would be a one and done for me, just to say I did it. All right, Irene, you have yourself a good night. I appreciate you stopping in, and sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. That's what my mom and dad always used to say when I'd go to bed. You have yourself a good weekend. I might do another one on, I don't know. This might be the last one for this weekend. I might do another one, but we'll see. Um, what else would I like to hunt? I've shot a bear. I don't know. That's a really good question. I like that. Um, what part of Colorado? I the year that I went with my wife's stepdad, his two brothers, and their dad. We went to Steamboat Springs, Colorado. That was a cool place. I'll talk about that a little bit. We drove out there. It was a long ride, and I would be going to the Brooks Range, Alaska Bull Moose. Yeah, that would be cool. But we got there and um, got to our camp, and we were setting up our camp. It's like, holy cow, you could barely breathe. I'm digging a hole for our outhouse a tent outhouse. I had to stop. Holy cow, I was getting lightheaded. But it didn't take long to get acclimated. For me, it didn't take long. But as the week progressed, my wife's stepdad got a cow and a bull, and um, his brother ended up getting a 6x6, one of a small satellite bull, and it was a good hunt. And we went down to the city, down to Steamboat. We got a membership for the spa down there, so that we could sit in the hot springs and use the showers there. Sitting in those hot springs, oh, that felt so relaxing. It felt so good. Excuse me. We went down into Steamboat that one night. It snowed like 10 inches up on the mountain. It was thunder and lightning, snowstorm, and that night we went down into the city. It was like 23 degrees. Sat in the hot springs, took a shower, went back up to our camp. It was 1 degree. Oh my gosh, that was what a temperature change. It was fun though. So with that being said, with that question, what is I'll ask Brian, you answered that question. Shiner guy, what is your bucket list fishing trip? What would yours be? Or hunting? I don't know if you're into hunting or not, but who else? Luke, the same question. What would yours be? I just love this soda. I know it's not the best for you, but it tastes so good. What else? Fishing trip. I would love to do a charter out on Lake Michigan for salmon or even lake trout or something. One of the bigger fish. There's charters around by along the lakeshore. There's one. I don't know if any of you heard of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. There's charters out of there, and Two Rivers is another town city that has charters that take people out. In Kewanee, that's okay. This would be Wisconsin. This is Green Bay right here. This is Door County. Kewanee is like right about here. Yeah, somewhere around there. I know Green Bay, the Bay of Green Bay, has a lot of smallmouth up there and northern pike. There's a lot of guys that go ice fishing for northerns out on the bay when the ice is good. Now with the last couple days where it's been wind, it hasn't frozen over completely yet, but I'm sure this if the ice that is out there, I'm sure the wind kind of pushed up or moved around a little bit. But there's a lot of guys that go up there for northern fishing with tip ups. Oh, Brian Coots, that would be fun to try. That would be fun out there. That's not a bad idea. Your bear hunt, I would set that as a goal, man. I would, whenever you have a chance, if you have an opportunity, I would do it. But alligator hunting, that would be fun too. That would be a one and done thing for me too. I think just to say I did it, and I don't need to flaunt it or anything like that. But I would love to get the head, you know, like you see at the novelty shops down there in Florida. I wouldn't mind doing a hog hunt too. I would love to go over to Michigan on Ted Nugent's property and hunt a pig. I know it's not wild, it's fenced in, but they're still wild. My brother's going to Norwood. Utah is pretty cool. Seems like good terrain. Like on Happy Gilmore. Ah, boy, I don't remember that movie. I've watched it. It's funny. Norwood. I'm I'm not getting it. I guess. Where peacock bass is that? Okay, South Florida. Oh, I didn't realize they had peacock bass down there. I thought that was more of a South America thing. I'm naive to fishing, I guess, but I watched a few fishing shows where they were fishing for peacock bass, and I always thought they were like towards Mexico or something like that. Pike Lake Kenny, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I just kind of had a spur of the moment thing around 6 o'clock to do a live stream, so I decided to do it, and got 8 people watching. Oh, Norwood, Colorado. Okay. Oh, okay, Rob, I got you. Luke, there has been sightings, but there isn't any confirmation, like Chris Farley, confirmation of cougars up here. But there's been sightings, but they always say that the cougars have such a um, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Terrain. Holy crap! I don't know. It's at the tip of my tongue. I don't know. Brian, we do have bobcats. You can trap them, but you have to send in for a permit for them. Yes, we do have wolves also. There's been talk about having an open season on home range. Thank you, SS Outdoors. Uh, um, the wolves. I think there's talk about don't don't quote me on it, but I think they're talking about actually opening one up this like soon. But if not now, it'll be next fall. I don't know if it's going to be with a draw like it is for bear tags or anything like that. But we need to control the pack up there, up in northern Wisconsin. Yeah, November, I think, for the trapping, the wolf trapping, Kenny. I wish I could trap a wolf. Those things are huge. I know. There's a guy I follow. It's Clush. Let me look it up. He just caught his first wolf, and he grabbed the paw. He used a snare. He's from Canada, and he ended up catching one. And the paws on that thing is unbelievable. Let me look him up quick. I mean, the paw on that wolf was bigger than his hand. It's unbelievable. I probably won't be able to find it now because I want to look for it. It starts with a K. Maybe I'm not. Kusk Bushcraft. Kusk Bushcraft. Yeah, he caught that paw. See how big my hand is? That's how big that paw on that wolf was. Wolf, things are huge. It's gonna be like the last time. Limited number given out. Go figure. Brian, we have them in Ohio, but can't keep them. I'd like to see one of those though. Field guide. Oh, you're back. That would be cool. Um, if I, they would almost have to be close to 200 pounds, Brian. You know, it's like I said earlier, I want to do a charter for the big salmon on Lake Michigan and trout, but it I went with a friend of mine. I went diver duck hunting out there. Ooh, just those rolling waves is trap lines and inlines. That kid is something else. I like watching him. He is. There's no filter on that guy's mouth. So funny though. I give him credit for doing what he's doing. He's going to the beat of his own drum. That's for sure. Uh, Shiner guy. Go for well, that's cool. Sailfish. Um, oh, what else would I like to do? I know with a wolf being uh, that big, I'm sure they can tear up a set real quick. There's a woman from Wisconsin. She's on YouTube. Her name is Sky Good. Good spelt with Goode. She's caught one or two wolves this season, and she actually the wolf was caught in the hind paw, the back paw. It was so docile that she walked up behind the wolf, grabbed the trap, pushed the levers down to open up the jaws, and pulled the trap off, and the wolf never moved. She had to actually not nudge him, but like keep something in between her and the wolf to get the wolf to leave. Hey, we got 10 people watching. Awesome. Yeah. What time is it? 7:30. Yeah, being out on Lake Michigan, that's I would have to go if it was really calm. But I don't know if the fish bite when it's rough or calm. 13 raccoons, about 5 possum. That's a good catch there, Luke. I caught I had four coyote sets out, and not at the same time, but the first two I set, I ended up catching a badger, and I've caught everything but a coyote in my coyote sets yet, and that badger was the the newest thing I've caught. I've caught rabbits. I've caught some cats. I didn't catch a dog yet. I caught some raccoons, and now this year a badger. We have more than SS Outdoors. Are you from Wisconsin? I know. Um, this year for our trapping tags, they gave out 2 otter tags this year. I didn't try for any because I'm kind of limited to where I can trap. Really, is it really, or are you being is Superior really calm? Hey, that's a big lake. I can't imagine that thing being calm. Okay, I guess I didn't realize that they. Not that I paid attention to the bobcat tags. Not that I have no interest in trying to trap one of them. I think as I get more experience in trapping, I'd probably want to explore a little bit further as far as different species. It'd be fun to get something like that. Those things are huge, some of them. I don't know if they're bigger as you go north, but some people that catch them, I can't believe they're almost bigger than a coyote. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I would love to trap in northern Wisconsin on the lake that where my mother-in-law and her husband live. They have muskrats up there. I would love just to take a canoe all the way around and set hags brackets and carrots for muskrats and maybe try to find a spot where I can maybe try to catch a beaver. What is your go-to bait this year? Man, the last 2 years I've used Dunlap's lure, Soul Taker, and Rage. I think Rage is has more of a skunky smell to it. Then I bought some other stuff this year. Man, I forget what the name of it is. Cavern, not caverns. It really stinks too. It's got a lot of skunk essence in it. If I had to stop earlier than I. Oh. Hello, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping in. Give me a thumbs up. That would be. I got 20 thumbs up now. If you give me one, if you hit the thumbs up, I'll get 21. We're just talking about, Jeremy, we're just talking about, like my channel's name is Everything Outdoors. We're talking about trapping. We've been talking about T Rex. We've been talking about fishing or a bucket list for hunting and fishing, trapping. We were talking about. I think we talked about rabbit hunting already. Huh, that's interesting. Luke, that it. Huh. Check out Top Dog from Hoosiers Trapper Supply. You know, that's the thing. That's I try one thing, and that's what I always get. Hey, I got 21 thumbs up. Awesome. Just like going to a restaurant, if I have a cheeseburger or something or some kind of a different hamburger, and if I go back to that place, I'll have that same hamburger. I don't want is I don't know why I'm like that, but I need to, like you said here, I'll have to try some of that different bait suppliers to see what works and what doesn't. I like I said earlier, I should have maybe pushed myself a little bit more to get more raccoons, or I could still have coyotes that's out, but I don't know. It's time for me to do some rabbit hunting and predator hunting, well, coyote hunting. But with that new call, it has a raccoon in distress call, so I want to try that too. See what happens with that. Maybe I can call out a raccoon from a den, and maybe, or even some old abandoned barns, or they're not. I don't think there's a lot of abandoned houses around here, but I'd like to try that. Hey, Jeremy, what is your bucket list hunt or fishing trip, or fishing trip? Is there something that you would really, really love to do? I try to use at least two different brands of each on my lanes. Holy crap. Yeah, it's probably not that's a good idea. Having a bunch of different, you don't want to have the same thing all the way along your trap line because they're going to realize something's up. Yeah, my e-collar came with a little remote that's about that big round. It's got like I'm thinking nine, don't quote me on it, nine different calls on it. It's got the volumes on there, and there's a button for the decoy to spin and to shut it off, turn it on and shut it off. So yeah, there's like I think there's I'm going to say 9 different calls on that remote. Luke. Oh, yeah. Either you're like me or you watched that 40 question challenge that I did this past summer. So, what exactly is a trap line? It's you set one trap, then you go to the next spot. It's like a line of traps. It's a not an actual line, it's a figure of speech. Yeah, that's a good idea, Brian. I'd like to find some old woods, not old woods, but a wooded area where I know there's some den trees that might be holding some raccoons. That's a good idea. You got me thinking now. Just I don't know if I would just try to call them out, see how close they get. Not to shoot them, but if I need to shoot them, I will. It's not a line. That's just one trap. That's a dot. 11 people here. Cool. Let's see what I'll probably end this live stream probably about at the top of the hour. That would give me about 2 hours. You know what I should do is next time I do this, I should do like a premiere so people can set a reminder or something like that, or see it when I post it. That way they're aware of my live stream coming out. Calling in old rock quarries. Yeah, we have I think we have one that I know of. I'm sure gravel pits would work too. Yeah, there's an old rock quarry just north of here, about 4 miles, but it's no trespassing, but I'm sure I could um, sit on the edges on the farmland, get some permission from the farmer or something like that. And yeah, I've seen some of them videos too. They'll come as soon as you hit that call, like a fighting or a distress call with raccoons, they're popping out of the smallest hole in an abandoned house. It's nuts. Speaking of abandoned houses, I should do that. I got permission to trap um uh, at a place. You've seen it in my videos. This guy that I'm trapping by, their business is moving structures like homes and stuff like that. They've moved a lot of stuff already. His brother is out in along the East Coast. They're raising houses because of the all the hurricanes that they get. They're raising houses and actually putting basements underneath. But anyways, Braxton Scroll. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, all right? Give me 22 thumbs up. But I could probably go there and do a little bit of hunting, seeing if I can call some raccoons out of the houses that they have waiting to be sold. That's a good idea. I don't know if I saw the raccoon video with the raccoons in the dumpster, but I've seen that video with that older gentleman out on his back deck feeding. It had to be like 20 to 30 raccoons, feeding them hot dogs or something. That guy's nuts. You get the wrong one in there, that guy's gonna end up missing a finger because the raccoon's gonna think it's a hot dog. Thanks for this thumbs up. I appreciate it. 11, 12 people here. I don't know. I might go longer, but I'm sure I want to not. Well, I'd like to end this at 8 o'clock because it'll be 2 hours. I really appreciate you guys coming in here. A lot of. I hope I think Brian Coutts was in here once before. Luke Patterson, I'm not too sure of. Braxton is new. Okay, Rob. Thanks for stopping in, bud. I appreciate you coming in. Have yourself a good night and have a good weekend. Just seeing if I miss. I'm from Eastern, Manitowoc County. It's right in between Lake Winnebago and Lake Michigan. I just I've been watching YouTube. Just a little backstory on me, quick. I've been watching YouTube for a long time, but just for the heck of it, on Facebook I did not a lot, but I did a few Facebook lives in the past, and I thought I was talking with a friend of mine, a coworker, the guy that has Stetson Outdoors. We both were like, we should just start a YouTube channel. He said, see if we can make some money off of it. Well, haven't gotten there yet, but I decided to last February. It's almost a year since I've uploaded a video, an actual edited video, and I'm kind of lost my train of thought, but it's almost been a year since my first video that I put out. It's kind of like an intro to my channel. I have a picture of a bear, me and a walleye that I caught out in Lake Winnebago, and the furs I have in my barn. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I think I'm going to keep doing this, the live streams. It's fun to talk to different people. JV Outdoors, you're here too. Hey, awesome. Maybe I might stay a little bit longer. I probably should. Yeah, Shiner guy, that's a good point. Yeah, I'd like to get that up there. At first, I wasn't too sure if I want to do all this live stream. I don't just want to take it slow and let nature take its course, but I'm doing it like this. This is fine. It's fun. Yeah, walleye does sound good. All right, Luke, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. It was good talking to you. Or I'm doing all the talking, you're typing, but well, thanks, JV Outdoors. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Wow, I'm humbled. No problem, Jeremy. My first time here, and it won't be the last. Well, thanks, Claude. Do I bowfish? I did in the past. It was before. It was just in high school and out of high school. It was fun. It got to the point where I was shooting carp from a good distance and maybe the size of maybe 16-inch carp from a good distance. I'm not. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but it was uh, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I think I want to catch up on something here. I was I was talking about my backstory. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, my the video I it's almost been a year since my first actual edited video on YouTube. Thanks for stopping in, JV. I appreciate it. Thanks for the shout out too. I'll have to watch that. That's a good idea too. And for with the carp on, if you ever watch Coon Creek Outdoors, he shoots a lot of carp for. I don't know if he does it anymore, but he used to. He chunked up the carp and put them in big pickle jars or even smaller plastic containers or with a cover. And what he did was let it ferment all summer long, and he got used the oil from the carp for coon trapping. All I have done are live streams. I'll have to look you up. I don't know if I ever did, but Jeremy. Okay, I'll have Jeremy. You have a channel. I apologize if I don't know you or seen your channel or not, but yeah, I'm sure it's pretty. Another life off grid. How have you been? I noticed that you've. I got to catch up on a lot of videos. I came home from work today about 2:30, and I've been on YouTube on my TV watching all the videos that people are putting out in the last week or so. So I'm trying to catch up. I really want to support everyone that I can. Oh, okay, Jeremy. 13 here now. Boy, oh boy. I was going to stop at the top of the hours. I got you. Um, oh my gosh, Braxton. Yeah, that happened sometime. Got arrested. But, yeah, that. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Brian, yeah. It's a lot of. Oh, treasure being dropped. Wow, that's really. That's good that the charges are dropped. Long process, and I'm sure it's a long, dragged out process, too. Well, I hope things get better for you. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, everyone, I'm gonna wrap this up. I could go longer, but I'm getting tired. It's been a long day in the cold, and all right, yeah, I'll have to. Been oh, what is this here? Yep, I'm gonna call it a night, and I will see you all on the next live stream. Hope everyone here will be able. What I want to do is I'll set a premiere thing if I can do it off of here. I think I can, just like Thomas the Train. But that way I could possibly get more people in here. This is fun. Hopefully next time there'll be more, obviously, and then I can kind of keep talking and make it a good flow. All right, everyone, is 2 hours and I am out of here, like John Coffey would say. All right, you all have a good weekend. Stay safe and enjoy the little things. Take care.